This week on Team 200.
That radical broadhead and Black Eagle arrow just destroyed him.
Team 200 is presented by Moon Guide. Plan your best hunt.
This week we spotlight team member Tarif Alkhatib, an avid Texas bow hunter with a jaw-dropping trophy room, and one of those mounts now holds a Texas state record.
All right, guys, welcome to the man cave. I want to tell you about a few of the deer that I've killed over the past few years. So we'll start right here. This was actually my first bow kill here. The deer's 161 inches. I killed him October the 10th. Man, that really got my bow hunting career set and going, and I mean, I was hooked. I killed this deer back in 2014 it was December the 5th, but he was not found until a couple of years later. This deer is Boone Crockett, 174 inch typical. Deer was 8.5 when I was able to take that deer. So we'll move over here to this one right here. He is my third highest scoring buck at 189 inches. Just a really cool buck, a lot of tines. Got a little drop tine here, an extra coming off the main beam there, second main beam. We'll go here to this deer. This is one of my favorites. This is Tall Boy here. Deer only scores 166 inches, but when you look at him, most people would think he's a mid 180s buck. This brow tine right here measured 14 2/8 inches. This one 11 5/8 inches. This deer was 7.5, and what was really crazy about this deer is his biggest rack was at 5.5. He was a deer well over 200 inches, had several drop tines, and he had always carried the brow tines like that. But this year, even though everything got smaller the year that I killed him in 2017, his brow tines was bigger than they had ever been. So this buck right here is actually one of the famous buck. This is the Texas typical record with a bow, 199 5/8 inches. I killed him on a red moon, December the 8th. And I won the Golden Laurel Citation Award from Buckmasters. And I made an appearance on the Texas Trophy Hunter magazine, and Buckmasters magazine was on the cover. And this deer is what kind of set off my filming career with Team 200. Red moon, guys. Red moon, baby, does it again. Surprise buck. Never seen this buck before. This buck up here, Hognose, he actually was on the show, my first year on the show. 9.5-year-old buck, mainframe 8-point with 2 drops, and his biggest rack at 9.5 years old. So I know people think that they go downhill during that time, and some of them have. I've seen some, but I mean, that was his biggest rack there. So as a mainframe 8-point with just an extra drop tine and a crab claw and a split, 184 inch buck. Him coming in downwind and staying there for about 5 minutes, the ozonics just made a world of difference. The ozonics, having a mature deer like that downwind of you. And of course the Osseo camo kept us hidden, the best camo made. So
This week we jump into the whitetail trophy room of team member Tarif Alkhatib. Tarif takes us behind the scenes of his greatest whitetail moments.
I'm wearing Crocs, I forgot my hunting boots. But I'm telling you, that red moon, guys, it's a real thing. It's a real deal, and it shows. 4 years in a row, doubled up on bucks, a couple of them Boone Crockett bucks. And this deer, 10.5 years old, the oldest deer that I've ever killed, huge body. He measured out at 166 inches and just a wall of tines. This deer was always short tined, real pencil horned, just a super mature buck. This deer's the Joker buck. I killed him in 23. Red Moon does it again. A 7.5-year-old buck. My gosh, look at the mass on this, guys. Oh man, that radical broadhead and Black Eagle arrow just destroyed him. Just super massy. I mean, just a mainframe 8-point with a couple of extras. Measured out 184 inches and killed him on a Red Moon. So several of these bucks were killed on the Red Moon or right around the Red Moon, but another Red Moon buck here. Killed him back in 2022 when I killed the Joker, doubled up on him. He's a 167-inch buck and just a really cool deer. Surprise buck. Never seen this buck before. Usually I have some history with them or something. When this deer came in, I said, no, that deer's not gonna get the pass. He's too big. So going into the 2024 season, I had a deer in mind that I was wanting to hunt. I'd watched him all of 2023. But he had broke off, and I knew the potential that this deer had. I was guessing the deer was only probably 4.5 at the time and was already pushing a 200-inch rack. But I knew that that was gonna be the deer that I was gonna target in 2024. In 2023, this buck didn't show up until late November, and I was just crossing my fingers hoping that, hey, the deer's still alive and, you know, hoping he'll show up. I had a younger buck that was a 170-inch deer that had a lot of potential, and it was very difficult to not target that deer. He was showing up on camera a lot, very killable, but you know, you can't kill a 200-inch buck if I go shoot this 170. I'm sitting here just crossing my fingers hoping that this buck from the previous year is alive and well and he's gonna show up. I still have this 170-inch buck that is very killable. He's daylighting frequently, and I'm just electing to stay out of there. Fast forward to November the 25th, there he is, that's him. No doubt this deer now is pushing a 200-inch plus inch rack. But I got pictures of him hitting a scrape at 11 o'clock today, about 200 yards or so back this way. Goes up a hill and then drops down into like a bottom. And here he is right here. So it looks like he's broke a tine off. And this deer was gonna be right at 200, right over 200. So this may put him under, but regardless, a 6 or 7 inch tine being broken off of this deer is not gonna keep me from shooting him, so.
When we come back from break, Tarif Alkhatib hunts for his first 200-inch buck, right here on Team 200.
Imagine this, it's early November. The bucks are on the move, searching for that first doe to come into heat, and your stand is set up overlooking a big, fresh scrape. How great would it be to be able to capture the body odor of a doe in heat and hang it right over that scrape, putting the smell of a hot doe right in the air. Imagine no more. Make every hunt a success with raw frozen scents.
I had a really good feeling that, hey, this is gonna come together. He's using this side of the farm. No doubt this deer now is pushing a 200-inch plus inch rack. Everything that I've been planning up the year before, all the knowledge that I had, the stands are placed, you know, how he was using the property the year before, is he gonna do that again this year? The weather's good, the wind's right, the moon is right, in hopes that maybe he just happens to show up that morning. Gosh, that's a super old buck right there. That buck is 8.5 plus years old. We got another one coming. shooter buck show up last night, hitting the other side of the property, and they're about to go at it right here. Well, he was a no-show, but I had a lot of action that morning. I watched several mature bucks in and out of my area, and just was a good overall hunt, and it was just fun to finally get in the tree. I catch him on the reveal the morning of the 29th, about 10:30 in the morning. And so my plan was to get in there November the 30th that morning. I get in there early. The wind was out of the southwest that morning, blowing right in my face. I had my Ozonic 600 running. I look, and he's standing there. And I'm just hoping that he's gonna feed towards me or cut the corner where they have for just years and years and years when I've watched deer in this field. For some unknown reason, I don't know why, he starts going back off to where he came from. And I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? Here it is. You know, it's really only my second time in the tree targeting this buck. Go down. 200 inch, baby. 200 inch. And at 26 yards, he just stops on his own. And, you know, I drew back the Hoyt. I was shooting the RX-8 this year and drew it back. And I mean, I just let it go. And you could see that Luminok just slip in right behind his left shoulder there. It was a complete pass through on the buck, and I could just see the blood pumping out. Go down. 200 inch, baby. 200 inch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. Man, we have a 200 inch deer down on the ground. And I ranged right there yesterday, and it was 25 yards right there. So, and he come right there, I drew, and I hit this right here, and it stopped him. I didn't mean to do that as I was getting ready to draw, and I mean, I double lunged him. Oh man, I tell you, it don't get much better than that. I've hunted for this deer maybe 4 or 5 sets. Waited all year for this deer to show in hopes that he would show, and sure enough he did a few days ago, and got him on the ground right out there. So it's time to make a phone call, and then we got to get down and check him out. Guys, while I'm sitting here and this deer's down, I want to dedicate this deer right here to my dad. My dad, you know, got me in the hunt when I was young, and he got to where he really didn't care to hunt anymore. He liked to do what he just called tinkering at the camp. And my dad has cancer, and we've known for a few months now. And I just want to dedicate this deer to my dad. And I love you, Dad, and thank you for getting me into hunting when I was young, and everything you've always done for me and my brothers. And this one's for you, Dad. Love you. Let's get the arrow off in here. Look at that. Look at now that is a radical archery broadhead right there. Look at that. Oh, look at that, guys. Oh my gosh. He broke off so much. He broke off a lot more right here than I thought, but what an amazing, amazing buck, guys. Man, this deer, whew, I tell you, it don't get much better than this. I say that almost every year, it seems like. He broke off a ton of his main beam right here, just been fighting. I thought this deer was gonna go for sure, probably over 200. And with a lot of stuff broke off now, I'm not so sure, but regardless, it doesn't matter to me because that is a freaking giant buck. Oh, man. As fun as it is killing these big mature bucks, it's just as fun for me to grow them and play that chess match with them and set it all up and to try to get my hands on another 200-inch buck. November the 30th here in North Texas, and had this buck show up a few days ago. I knew the buck was in the area, and I elected to just stay out of the woods and let a lot of great deer just pass, hoping that this one would show up this year. I had some history with him last year. He was broke off, and I'd already tagged out on another buck. Sure enough, he showed up a few days ago. The rest is history. So this morning, come out, walked in, had some raw frozen scent out, some multi-buck urine and some 30+ peak estrus, sprayed it on my boots on the way in. He come out, posturing up towards another buck, and for some reason or another just turned and walked back over and hit the scrape again. And snort wheeze, and he came my way and gave me about a 25, 26 yard shot and watched him go down in the field. So using the new Hoyt RX8 this year, and with the Black Eagle deep impact arrows with the radical broadhead rival head. So did a great job, double lung, pass through, and couldn't be happier. So